gentlemen, I have just returned from a visit to Texas. I grew up just outside of Houston, spent a good amount of time in Bryan, and even visited San Antonio on my little 2-week trip. While I was visiting home, I had to go through a bunch of boxes that were in storage, and I found a lot of my middle school notebooks that include a lot of middle school fan fiction and art. So I thought it might be fun to go through some of this stuff with you guys today, find an old character, and give it a bit of a redesign. I also at some point want to read some of this ridiculousness with you, if I can. For now, let's take a look at what we have. So options, we have Harry Potter notebook with a fox character that is Ruby. So this was my character. Me and my friends are obsessed with drawing ourselves with animal companions, weapons, animal ears, and locomotion. Let's see, not a lot of art in here. I see vampires written, so that would be fun. This is a fan fiction. Something about my best friends. Oh, yes, this is my Yu Yu Hakusho fanfiction. So that's something to save for another time. What do we got here? Something to do with vampire. Something to do with me trying to practice cursive. Ooh, it's worse than my normal handwriting. Love triangle? Notes on love triangles? Splattered spray paint? I never finished notebooks. What? There was art. What is it? What is it? No, open it. Some sort of animal? And what I am pretty sure is a Neopet. Okay. Oh, God. More Yu Yu Hakusho, I think? No, Yuki. Is this Suichi? Oh my god, what is this ridiculousness? Going to put that to the side. Okay, well, another notebook. This one's yellow for some reason. I like Pirates of the Caribbean, okay? More cursive practice. Some random sparkly string. Is this bad poetry? A heart without love is an empty one. One that is to fail and easily broken. One that can be shattered like glass and can be something to the something. Torn petals of a delicate flower. This heart holds a certain imperfections, constantly torn and shattered. I already said that. Thrown aside and forgotten. Only shadows of love crossing overhead. Nothing more than to be isolated. Yep. That's what is my life? Okay. That's poems. Alright, I know this bag is something, but I'm gonna put it aside for now. We've got, ooh, something printed. What are you? This is a terrible superhero story I wrote. Again, we can come back to this later. What in the blue? Why? This looks like math homework. What? Why did I keep math homework? Oh, it's so colorful. Look at that. Yeah. Sine, cosine, tangent. Okay, this Texas has got to go. So, aha! I knew I kept this for a reason. We have... Oh no! It's Maria and the Basilisk. Another story. Oh my god. And then we've got a Boru, which has always been a creature I've loved, and something called a Weeble Bird. Something I got an A- on. Some weird kangaroo-like creature. Okay, we have some artistic options here. What's over here? More math. Wait. Ha! A weird bat bunny. Okay. So, creatures, as you do. And... okay. This is a character I love. Her name is Christine. She wears possessed clothing that are possessed by dudes that fell in love with a witch. So maybe we can talk about Christine. Here's some more Christine artwork. This one actually I drew. This one was drawn by, I believe, my friend from school, Jose. You will see a lot of art in here from Jose because I begged Jose to draw my stuff all the time. Some more Christine art. Let's see. Something called Speedo Man. Okay. I think this is Mouse from my story Kitty Bell, drawn by my friend Eric in high school. And we have the Stripey Kitty from Kitty Bell, who I'm not sure I ever gave a name. We have the Stripey Kitty again. He's Party Boy, I think was his nickname. He looks like, oh, look at those pants. Look how Party goes into the pants. Not drawn by me, guys. Here is the sweet actual main character dude. All these are drawn by Eric. And here's some chibi ones. Okay, so it was Kitty, Hobo Cat, and Party Boy. Yes. Apparently this is me about to throw something at somebody, because I am apparently epic. Okay. So this next thing I'm going to show you guys has a special place in my heart, and I'm sure I will go through a whole video someday about this. But this is an original piece of artwork done by my friend Jose of the first time we tried to enter the Artist and the Real tournament. Basically, you as an artist got sucked into a world with your characters. There's a lot of this. I've tried to enter this original character tournament almost every single year since it was created like 15 years ago. we'll get into that later. But drawn by my friend Jose, beautiful, needs to be kept in a treasure trove. What do we have some more art. Me and Jose. I think I drew this one. I think the rest of this is artist at the real stuff, which I will save for a different video. So I think we've got the Kitty Bell characters, which I'm also going to save for another video because I have a lot more on them and I want to get into them further. So I'm going to put these guys aside for now, and I think we are going to do I want to do Christine? I love Christine. And hat and coat and Phil. I have no idea what her nose looks like. Did I ever draw her with a nose? Does she even have a nose? Because there's no nose here. Let's see. There's an anime nose here and no nose here. So I guess she's gonna have a little dainty nose. Her eyes are way too far apart, aren't they? What I find funny specifically about Christine is she looks so much like my friend Cindy before I met my friend Cindy. It's like I was telling the future. That's an ugly mouth. I need an eraser. Så tycker mig. Kan jag ha en city? That's eraser. Can I have an eraser in Swedish? Trying a new type of video. Here we go. She looks more like what's going on? Salty. What do you say? What they say? Okay. It's a pretty cute face. Still think her eyes are too far apart, but. Now I need a reference for this. So Christine is a high school girl, and in her town there is, in most TV towns, a haunted house. Dilapidated old house, kids dare each other to go in. And that's where Christine's story starts. She is dared to go into said haunted house. Now, this haunted house was once owned by an actual witch. You know, in most of these stories, there's no such thing as real witches, and it's like a nice old lady. No, this place was owned by an actual witch, and she was a beautiful witch that had lots of suitors who came and wanted to date her. Now, the witch was not interested in many of these guys, but there were three in particular that led to our story. Now, it did not go well for these three guys, and one wasn't even a suitor, and they were cursed. And you can hear my cats outside the room, frustrated that they're locked out. These gentlemen. Oh god, where are we going to start? Let's start with Coat. So, there was another magician who was very much interested in our witch. And he gifted her a beautiful black fur coat with an extremely fluffy collar, and it was a beautiful black coat. Now, the witch was not interested in the warlock, so she cursed him and trapped his soul inside of the coat that he gifted her with. And that marks the first member of our cursed garment trio. Number 2 is Phil. Phil was a scholar. And while he knew lots of the book learnings, he wasn't a particularly charming guy. In fact, he had quite a bit of an attitude, and he gifted the witch with a necklace that had a really cool face emblem on it. And not taking kindly to his advances, the witch trapped his soul inside of the necklace. And that's where we get Phil. The last member of our garment trio was a gentleman. He was sweet, he was nice, and it was the witch that was interested in him. He did not particularly care for the witch, and this frustrated her more. I'm gonna make this not look like that. Okay, so top hats generally get bigger. He was not interested in the witch, and this angered her quite a bit. So, after very politely, by the way, rejecting her, she trapped him inside of his own top hat. That is Peter. Now, how did these three garments meet Christine? Well, she was dared by some lovely friends to go into the witch's house, and Christine, not being scared no ghosts, did such. Once inside, she stumbled across a closet that held a coat, a necklace, and a top hat, and she decided it would be fun to try them on. And what do you know it? They come to life and kidnap her. So, they come to life, they kidnap her, and the story kind of really starts where our three gentlemen are trying to get themselves uncursed. The witch is long gone and left them behind. And they're going to use Christine, who again looks so much like my friend Cindy. So much like her. To save themselves. So, how do they do that? Well, each of them, being cursed, have magical powers. Coat can't speak because he has no mouth. But he can, when worn, move around other people's hands and still cast spells. As you can see in this ridiculous drawing here. And he does weird sign language sometimes. Then we have Phil, who does have a mouth, who has, you know, arcane knowledge of just about anything, and does not shut up, because all he is a mouth. And that's really annoying. And then we have sweet Peter, who is a hat. Now, Peter can... I don't remember this making much sense at the time, but he can shrink and he can grow and he can move his brim and he can scoot around like a caterpillar if he really wants. Coat can float around and uses multiple little coattails like, you know, octopus legs. Phil can sit there and talk. And they go on a magical adventure, kidnapping a young girl, trying to save themselves. And that's what leads us to this kind of creepy, wonderful thing that my friend Eric did. They're alive. You can see that? There we go. She looks so dead and given up. So, they go on an adventure, and adventures had, and I suck at drawing top hats. But that's essentially the gist of their story, and, you know, over time, it's changed, and I wouldn't mind going and exploring them again, because it's a fun combination of characters. I want to say I came up with them in, oh god, 9th grade, early high school. So I've had plenty of time to develop them, but they're one of those characters that just kind of went to the wayside and was forgotten about. My hands are gone because I'm trying to figure out what ink to use. My really gross quill pen and my normal ink. While I do that, I need to... I want an oval or a circle or something to trace. Do I have anything on my desk? Aha! That is tiny! I've got to have a bunch of coconuts, dee. I want to put a frame around this girl. Yeah, it'll work. That's cute. Okay. Her eyes are way too big, but it's too late to change. Going a little bit more with classic anime-esque than I normally do for the sake of High School Remembrance Day. It is not High School Remembrance Day. I don't know why I said that. But it's cute. Give her a little more concerned eyebrows. Whoop, that is an intense cheekbone. This is not a good drawing. Why am I singing about it? I am so frustrated. She looks so frazzled, but what are you gonna do? I'm hoping she doesn't look so haggard when I add some color. Phil is actually based off of, actually all these guys. Phil is based off of a necklace that my mom gave me that had a really cool face on it. And it was like half a face, and I thought it was really cool. Coat is based off of a coat that used to belong to my mom that I totally stole because it was really cool. It was like velvet with this like, I'm pretty sure faux fur collar, but I really don't remember. And it had like these split coattails, where the coattails split into like 4. And I felt super fancy when I wore it, and the cuffs were fluffy too. And my cats are crying because I'm not letting them in the room. And I think Peter was just a top hat because I wanted to finish off a cool kind of outfit. I did once wear a outfit very similar to this to an anime convention, and I had actually gotten a top hat from my boyfriend at the time, and I had the coat, and I think I dug out the necklace just for the sake of like an ode to Christine. And I kind of had a tradition at anime conventions on Sunday, just bringing a bunch of random clothing, and like if people asked what anime I was from, I would just make it up or agree with whatever they suggested. And people asked me if I was a cosplayer for Death Note, of which at the time I knew nothing about, and I said sure. Also, I was holding my boyfriend at the time's Death Note, which was his autograph book, which I found out later was funny, because I didn't know anything about Death Note. Sad cats outside the room. Such sad cats. And there we go. I'm gonna color his eyes in later. I'm gonna rock out some music now. Yeah, she gets it. I'm not loud. thank you for watching this insanely long video. I thought I was gonna cut out a lot more, but I kind of enjoyed the whole draw with me aspect. I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about one of my former OCs, and I had fun drawing and thinking about her again. I hope to do more videos in this style, maybe not this long, but going back and looking at the good old days where I had a lot more free time to make up cool things. What are some of your really old OCs? Have you ever looked back at them? Have you ever drawn them again? I suggest you do, it's fun. Until next time, thank you guys very much, and I'll see you later. Bye!